Hello, welcome to the weekly American Idol wrap-up chat. My name is Richard Rushfield. I am the Idol Tracker of LATimes.com. I'm here with our Channel Island columnist, Scott Collins. How are you today, Scott?
I'm very good. How are you, Richard?
Great. So we're coming to the end of the audition tour.
Yes, we are.
And how has this worked out for Idol? How's it worked out for Fox? How's it worked out for America?
Well, I think, in terms of the ratings, Idol's holding up pretty well in season 8 here. Last night it did around 27 million viewers, which is pretty good. You remember last week with the inauguration, Idol took a little bit of a hit, but it's recovered nicely from that.
We saw Obama was very wise to schedule the actual swearing in at noon to avoid going head to head with.
Well, yeah, even the president of the United States can't compete with the Idol machine. But the inaugural balls were on ABC in prime time and also on the cable news networks, and that took some of the Idol audience away.
Well, dancing is very hot, as we know.
And President Obama is quite a dancer.
How is it done for the Fox network overall?
Well, I think it's worked out well. Fox has been trying to use American Idol to promote Lie to Me. Give it a nice that's their new drama. They're with Tim Roth. And they've been hoping to use the show to give that new drama a nice boost. The results are a little mixed so far, but Fox has a tendency of using Idol to try to give dramas a nice boost, and they did it successfully in the past with 24. They did it with House. So we'll have to see how it works out for them.
And what do you from watching the show? Let's talk about the show itself.
Yeah.
From watching the show, as an expert of network television, what does it seem to you they're trying to do that's different this season? How do you see them trying to mix it up, and who are they? Who is that aimed at?
Right. Well, I always think with Idol it's a little bit hard to judge until you, get into the performances, the actual performance rounds. You kind of need to see them in Hollywood, and then you kind of go through the whole top 12 and everything, and that's where I think the show really begins to take off. I will say in these early audition rounds, it does seem to me that and maybe it's because of the addition of the fourth judge this year, but they've been trying to find their footing a little bit more maybe than in the past. There have been some interesting candidates so far that we've seen. There was the girl last night who lost both her parents.
The hippie orphan girl.
Hippie barefoot orphan girl. And there have been some other interesting candidates, who the judges have kind of circled around. But it does seem to me, and maybe this is because they've wanted to stay away from, people who are kind of the goofy, let's make a deal kind of people who come in. Now we had, pink bunny suit guy last night. But they've tried, I think, to maybe get a little removed from those kinds of crazy contestants. And so it's been a little bit hard this season so far to kind of figure out exactly where they're going. And I've thought at certain times that the pacing is off a little bit. But I don't know, maybe you have your own thoughts about that.
I feel it's been a little less focused than last year. They've had a lot of work to do, sort of introducing the new judge, defining the chemistry between them.
Mm-hmm.
There've been sort of a lot more focus on hijinks on the panel and
right.
So to that extent, it's been probably more about the judge and the show itself than the contestants.
Right.
It's always a balancing act though, because I meet many people since I've been covering Idol who tell me the auditions are what I only watch the auditions because I like seeing the crazy people, and then I don't watch the rest of the show.
So they're just hoping for a William Hung, basically.
Exactly.
Right.
Which to some extent it's great for a show that you have these people that come in just for that piece of it. On the other extent, you focus too heavily on that. It certainly doesn't build the narrative for the season.
Right.
So, and then you throw into that the dynamic of having to introduce a new judge and sort of a new look and feel to the show, and it's a lot to balance this year. So
out of the people that we've seen so far, and knowing that a lot of people get the golden ticket and
Yes.
they're not shown during this phase. But out of the people that we have seen on the program, who do you like?
Knowing that there are many people we have not yet seen, and that there's a long way to go, and you can't. It's very hard to anticipate anything based on this. I'm going to say the final three will absolutely be the barefoot hippie orphan girl Rosa Flack,
Okay.
Adam Lambert,
Okay.
from the cast of Wicked, and Little Rounds will absolutely be the final three.
But no Osmond.
No Osmond.
Okay. All right. No Osmond.
I'll leave it at that.
Wow. But you really think those are the final three?
I'm absolutely convinced.
But there's a whole ocean of people that you haven't even seen on
Yes.
camera yet.
Yes. Knowing that I don't have enough information to possibly make a judgment like that, that will be the final three.
You're a wild man. You're a gambler.
And who are your picks to win?
I can't even do that. I can't even do what you do because
Who's the first name that comes in your mind when I ask you who's stuck with you from the auditions?
I thought that Barefoot Hippie Orphan Girl was pretty good, and I also thought last night, and I'm not remembering her name,
You're
but
referring to Megan, the tattooed single mom?
I thought she wasn't bad, and also the really tall.
The tall Samoan girl. Absolutely. Another great tattoo.
Okay, we've got to do something about these names.
I think so. To wrap up, I think we're agreed on the consensus that Rosa Flack, the barefoot hippie girl, congratulations, you are the front runner of season 8 of American Idol, and we'll be back next week with another episode of Idol Chat.